Hey everyone! We have a bunch of updates today, from the Cy Scott essay case to the Love design plagiarism discussion, Miusic saying she may not want to work in another GL, mistreatment of queer actresses in GL industry, plus lenamiu's Please Love, Shelley Pando's By Your Side discourse, and some other upcoming GL updates as well, from Emmy Bonnie, Ormfolk, and Pam, some of which you guys probably already know about. Like the apologies from Cow and Grace, alongside a bunch of other celebrities who were getting heavily criticized online. Over the last few days, several of them have now apologized publicly. We also got some new developments in the Cy Scott case as well. Cy appeared in an interview where he talked more about the audio evidence. In the recording, his older brother was not denying the essay allegations or the things he had done. And I've seen so much victim blaming from different fandoms on X during this whole situation, and it's disgusting. The fact that some fans are willing to go to extreme lengths to blame the victim just to defend their favorite actors makes me want to explode with anger. These celebrities watched a video of the victim crying while speaking up about the abuse he experienced as a child. Mind you, as a child starting at around 12 years old, and then the accused posted a response video very strategically through his pregnant wife's social media account. And suddenly, a lot of celebrity friends seem to think, well, we know the wife, and she's pregnant, so she and her unborn child deserve our support more than the actual victim. That was really messed up. You should always listen to the victim first and support the victim, especially because we all know how difficult it already is for men who are victims of SA to speak up publicly. And when the victim is a gay man, the stigma can become even worse. If Cy Scott had not released that audio recording, which he said he recorded 3 years ago and is apparently just one of multiple recordings he has, there's a real chance his voice could have been buried underneath all the support, likes, and positive comments Thai celebrities were leaving under the accused person's video. It's already difficult enough for victims to speak out publicly, and their show of support toward friend could have silenced the victim's voice. Now, according to the latest updates, the older brother has reportedly been removed from his positions and roles within the family business. That announcement was posted last night. His wife posted a statement. She didn't know about those recordings and she felt sorry for the victim, and she is going to distance herself from her husband. And Cy also talked about mild apology and said, this is not a problem she created. She married into the family without knowing the full truth. No husband would go and tell his wife about the heinous acts he had done in the past. He put the responsibility on Pai, his elder brother, their mother, and other adults in the family who refused to help him. As for the apologies from the GL actresses, reactions have been mixed. Some fans accepted the apologies immediately, while others still haven't. And the wider opinion online, not just from GL fans, but about the Thai entertainment industry in general, is that many people believe these celebrities are only apologizing because they got caught and don't want to get canceled themselves. And in Cow's case specifically, the aftermath became even messier because fans started digging up the old plagiarism accusations surrounding her series Love design. For those who don't know, James, who produced the music for the show, was accused of plagiarizing the theme song from a Japanese short film. And it's something that people had already talked about back when the show was airing, but this time fans were absolutely not letting it slide. Now, I know fans were angry at Cow already, but personally, I don't think this plagiarism issue is directly her fault. She wasn't the one in charge of the background music or music production, so I don't think it's fair to target her personally over that part. But as for the plagiarism allegations themselves, people definitely noticed strong similarities between Love Through the Frame, which was composed and credited to James, and the main theme from the Japanese short film Konatsu and Hiyori by Akira Kosumura. A fan even reportedly DM'd the original composer about it, and according to screenshots going around online, he responded with, "I know it. He admitted to use my composition for it. I asked him to add my credit, but it has not been added yet. Sad." And fans were really not having it, especially because one of the main messages of Love design itself was about respecting creativity and not plagiarizing other people's work, so people immediately pointed out the irony of the situation. Since then, Company Vancouver has released 2 statements. In one of them, they admitted to the issue and stated that they had reached an agreement with the original composer. According to the statement, royalties from the song will now be split equally between both composers. So they are trying to make things right now, of course, that only happened after heavy backlash on X. Fans also started exposing with posts showing that the composer had allegedly blocked fans in the past when they tried to call him out about the similarities. So yeah, that was basically the whole mess surrounding Love design. We have an update on Miusic, the actress from the series Runaway. Miusic isn't very chronically online, so after quite some time, we finally got to see her interacting with fans, answering questions, and most importantly, talking a little about the possibility of doing a second GL series. She said, "If I get contacted for another GL series, would I accept it? I think probably not. I feel like the image in the series and the real feelings around GL, there's something about it that it's a series. I can't really explain it. And this made me kind of sad to hear, especially because Miusic herself is a queer woman and also has a girlfriend who is not from the entertainment industry. From the way she spoke, it felt like she was holding herself back from saying too much directly. Her comment was very brief, but a lot of people interpreted it as her saying that many GL series feel detached from the reality of actual queer relationships. And I don't think that interpretation is entirely wrong. A lot of these stories genuinely do feel like fan fiction sometimes. Like, some GL series and novels literally remind me of the Twice and Blackpink Wattpad fanfictions I used to read back in 2018. You know how people joke that Wattpad is for 14-year-olds discovering their sexuality. And I had my phase too. I think a lot of Wattpad readers can relate to this feeling. Some GLs really do have that fantasy-driven, exaggerated storyline that's a little removed from real life. But maybe that's also part of why people enjoy them so much and why the genre has become such a huge phenomenon over the years. And speaking of the genre's growth, Princess Sarah Vanavri actually talked about the rise of Y series at Cannes and how they are helping transform Thailand into a leading exporter of queer media globally. And as we all know, the princess is also a Freen Becky fan. Like previous years, she again mentioned Gap during her speech.
The global ascent of Thai boy love and girl love series represents a seismic shift in international media consumption, transforming Thailand into premier exporter of pop culture. Fueled by high production values and savvy adoption of social media engagement, series like Together, Kin Porsche, and Gap have transcended linguistic barriers, cultivating massive fan bases across Asia, Latin America, and Europe.
Well, back to Miusic. This actually isn't the first time she has talked about GLs and the portrayal of queer experiences. In an article about Runaway, she talked about being concerned with how many Thai GLs shape the audience's mindset around fixed relationship roles. I think she wants more grounded storytelling and better representation over fan service, moving from two girls kissing for fans to real, nuanced portrayals of love and human connection. She said, "It's more about the expectation of how a pair or couple is supposed to be. For me, it feels really serious and intense. In real life, no one is forcing fixed roles or dynamics onto people, right? So I feel like this shouldn't become something where people sit there deciding who should be what or who should belong with whom. I want people to watch it through emotions instead. Like maybe you're not just watching a GL series, but you're watching the life of a person who happens to meet someone, and then exploring together what love means through the story. Looking at why this kind of relationship developed in the first place. Turning the story into the life of a real person probably makes everyone feel more comfortable being with us, rather than watching while thinking, this person has to be with this person." And it's kind of sad hearing this, because talented queer actresses like her end up not wanting to take on another GL role again. At the same time, though, with the massive success of GLs recently, we are slowly starting to see more content that feels a little closer to reality too. So I still hope she eventually gets scripts that align more with the kind of storytelling she wants to see. Right now, fans are mostly feeling sad realizing that some queer actresses feel like they don't fully have space in the very industry they should naturally belong to. And with the week-long discussions surrounding Yada's absence, who is the only openly lesbian actress in Channel 3's GL lineup, combined with Miusic's comments now, this conversation is getting even more attention. Where exactly do openly queer actresses fit within the GL industry, and how accepting are fans actually toward them in practice? Because remember, Miusic has a real-life girlfriend. And if she continued heavily in GLs, she would probably also be expected to participate in the same fan service culture and shipping expectations that other pairings deal with. That complicates things even more for actresses in her position. As much as fans are blaming companies and the industry in this situation, I think it's also important to look at our side of things too, and how fans tend to react whenever a GL actress even slightly interacts with someone who isn't their on-screen partner. We've seen it happen again and again. And I'm not a company stan. Yes, it sometimes does feel like certain companies prefer actresses who are not publicly open about their sexuality, because it gives companies more flexibility to market pairings however they want without fans bringing real-life relationships into the conversation. Now, obviously, there are GL actresses who openly talk about having crushes on girls growing up, and I do think there are some closeted actresses in the industry as well, which is completely okay. People should come out on their own terms whenever they feel ready and safe to do so. The harsh reality is that the GL industry still doesn't fully know how to properly support openly queer actresses while also managing fan service culture and fan expectations at the same time. But on the brighter side, there are also queer women who have successfully carved out space for themselves and become major names. We have Faye, Engfa, and Fei Mei, who became the first GL pairing to open a company together, and Shelley Pando. Both actors are gay and their company is actively investing in them. We have CEOs like Devika, who doesn't get enough credit for creating a comfortable environment for younger actresses like Panji to come out. And then there is Apple from North Star Entertainment. The company is managed by Pitek, who herself has a girlfriend, and they've now given Apple the opportunity to direct Ginny Jaina's next series. We're literally getting a queer actress and director directing a GL series. So there absolutely is a positive side to this industry too, and I think it's important to give credit where it's due. But yeah, what do you guys think? I really want to read your thoughts on this discussion. We also have some long-awaited updates, like this new Please Love poster has created so much buzz and hype around the show. I want to watch it next week. Lena and Miu are just so hot and they fit these characters perfectly. While reading the novel, I kept thinking, if not Lena and Miu, who else could even play these roles? I couldn't think of anyone else. They feel like the perfect femme for femme pairing for this story. Now, the only concern fans have is the Channel 3ification of the series. This is a very steamy 18+, keep the kids away kind of novel, and expectations are definitely high because of that. If they tone it down too much to fit broadcast standards, fans are definitely going to be upset, and they're already warning the channel about it. We'll have to wait and see if Channel 3 actually has the courage to adapt it faithfully or not. If you're active on Twitter fandom spaces, you probably already know the disappointment around Girls Rule by GMM, and how some parts of the show have been toned down. Fans are not happy about that at all. So, when a show is marketed as having steamy scenes, like we saw in the Harmony Secret era, but then show didn't fully deliver on those promises, I really hope that doesn't happen with Please Love, but at the same time, Channel 3's history makes me want to keep my expectations in check. As for the release date, we still don't really know. It will probably be in the last quarter of this year if we're lucky. Another spicy novel adaptation that's getting attention is By Your Side. Motion Mind has been teasing fans with stills, which only adds to the ongoing rumors that the pilot is coming soon. Shelley has also been in the studio, and the company has announced 2 new actresses, Nina and Ting Ting, who are likely to join the cast as well. With all this discourse around Please Love, fans are also pointing out some of the more controversial elements in these stories. Some are specifically highlighting By Your Side, which includes a student-professor relationship along with money and sex work themes. There is also a wider discussion about whether these shows should fully adapt everything from the novels or adjust certain elements. Some fans feel companies should prioritize what audiences are comfortable with rather than sticking to every detail from the source material, because fans don't want these actors to kiss or be intimate with anyone else other than their on-screen partners. As for the other issues, I won't comment too much because I haven't read the novel, so I don't want to speak on something I don't fully understand. But it does feel like this is becoming a year of student-teacher romance stories, from Shade to Fruit to By Your Side. And I don't know what to say. Sometimes it feels like these shows test my moral compass. We also have some long-awaited updates from GMM actresses as well. June went live and talked about Love Echoes. She said the project has officially started, and from the Instagram stories, it looks like scriptwriting is currently ongoing. JoJo, who also directed Girls Rule, is going to be the producer for this one as well. It's not a novel adaptation, it's going to be an original series. You can also check out its pilot on the GMM channel. It's beautifully sad. Even June mentioned in the live that she asked director Prepare to make it painful and heart-wrenching. I'm really looking forward crying to this one. I have another exciting update from GMM. Moon Shadow has officially started filming yesterday. I'm so happy about this. I've said it so many times, but I've been really waiting for this series. We've got Ki and Jan and Simba. Yes, the cat is literally a paid actor. This show is also set in the same universe as My Only Sunshine. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on it. We have Orm Folk, couple from Apple My Love. After months of silence, they now have a new series, My Lady's Bodyguard, which is officially under production and has started filming. When it was announced, fans actually called out the company because they had already announced 2 other projects for them, Lovebound and Crush. So this becomes their 3rd announced series, and fans were basically saying, you just keep announcing but don't actually deliver anything. But the company did post an update yesterday, and it looks like Lovebound is expected to release in November. So it seems like things were actually in progress quietly, and we might finally be seeing releases coming out soon. Pam and Arhung are also back to work, but not together. Pam posted about getting a new role, though she didn't share many details. Arhung, on the other hand, is working on an upcoming movie with Devika. So yeah, sorry to all the Pam Arhung fans, we still don't have any updates on them working together. And that's it, guys. I'm actually planning to set a proper schedule for posting these videos, so let me know what you think. Should I post twice a week or 3 times a week? Maybe something like Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So I'm still figuring out the best balance. If you have any ideas, feel free to share them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.